Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Wyoming Valley West swimming. And joining us right now is a junior who's done a pretty good job so far, Eddy Zawatski. Well, Eddy, tell us about your training and how everything's going for 2013-14 for Wyoming Valley West and Eddy Zawatski.
Oh, everything's going fantastic. Thank you for asking. Training regimen-wise, everything's going fantastic. We've recently been rescheduling swim meets due to the unfortunate weather, but besides that, everything's rolling on track. Me, including the rest of my team, are hitting our times. Everyone's participating at practice. Everyone's showing up for practice due to the weather, which is fantastic. Besides that, everything's going very smoothly. We rescheduled the meets, and besides that, everything's couldn't be better.
Well, you're working hard as you always do. Tell us about the early workouts, the after-school workouts, and what you try to do in addition, because I guess there's that fine line between working hard and burning yourself out and making sure you peak at the right time, especially as a swimmer.
That's right. Whatchamacallit, morning practices usually start around 5:50 in the morning, usually, and they go till about 6:50 in the morning. And before that, we have about a half an hour right before school starts to get ready. You know, for the girl ladies have to get their hair ready and stuff like that, or the men have to get changed, take a shower. But practices in the morning about an hour, usually around 3,000 yards, depending on how hard coach needs to work us in the morning or how easy he wants to work us, his choice. Next, in the afternoon, usually around from 2:40 till about 4:40, we'll have about a 2-hour practice, and that usually consists of about 4,800 yards and 6,500 yards. And right there, that is probably the most difficult practice of the day, believe it or not. Just because the workout is so physical, it's so intense. Coach tries to make us do things that he doesn't think that could be done. So he has to make us believe in ourselves at practice with such challenging workout sets between very intense kicking sets or even hand paddle and pool buoy sets, or even he actually throws on snorkels on us sometimes just to control our breathing habits, exaggerate beautiful, fresh, and relaxed swimming, and that is probably by far the most intense practice of the day. And then after that, after 4:40, the rest of the day is ours. We go home, do our homework, eat, and then go to bed. And then, unfortunately, the next thing starts over the next day.
Well, I'm sure getting to bed early is one of the goals for you guys. It's a challenging task, that's for sure. Eddy Zawatski here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Eddy, you talk about your personal goals, what you were able to accomplish last year. Let's talk first about what you did on the high school level, and then let's talk about what you did after high school over the summer.
Last year, I was very fortunate enough to race against very competitive people in our valley, like Marcus Wagner, Ben Spencer, and everybody just like that. I have memorable races in my mind, especially at the Wyoming Valley West versus Hazelton meets. Great races overall there. Last year, I was fortunate enough to swim and become the district champion again in the 50 and 100 freestyle, and just missing the district record by a few hundredths and tenths of a second in the 100 freestyle. Then, next at states, I got to swim in the 50 and 100 freestyle and 200 freestyle relay with my relay team. Later that day, I swam the 50, and I earned a spot at finals at night. And in the 50 freestyle, I finished 5th overall. And then the next day, I swam the 100 freestyle, came back at night for finals, and finished in 10th place overall at states, which is very, very good for me for my sophomore year. Then after that, in the summer, I actually went to a swimming training camp in Florida. I spent 2 weeks down at Florida and to visit the campus, see what it's like, just in case. You never know. I might go to college there. I have no idea yet. But I did get to meet the head coach there. I did also meet a few of the assistant coaches. And I was lucky enough to visit some of the Olympic swimmers, such as Ryan Lochte and Elizabeth Beisel there. We got to observe some of their practices and how they train, which was a very, very cool experience. But let me tell you, they did work your butt off. 2 weeks in Florida. It might sound like a vacation, but it was a heck of a ride of the training aspect of it.
A hard-working effort for you in the summer, so there's barely any rest. Do you get any downtime during the course of the year?
Oh, absolutely. After the camp, actually, I participated in a few 3 or 4 USA meets, and then right after that, in August, I actually participated in USA Swimming Junior Nationals, and there I did do well. And Junior Nationals was in Irvine, California. That was my whole family. We all took a family vacation out there, and I did swim in Irvine, which is a beautiful place. It was nice, beautiful weather. After I swam, I made the 50, 100, and the 100 backstroke for Junior Nationals, and I placed okay. I placed well and everything. But right after that, we had a week. I had a beautiful week off with my family in California, enjoying the free time, no swimming. And when I came home, actually, right after that, water polo season started up. So I actually had to get back in the pool and start water polo season all over again for this year.
We're talking with Eddy Zawatski here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. He's a junior at Wyoming Valley West, outstanding swimmer, great young man. Eddie, working hard in the classroom, you work hard in the pool, you constantly have a whole lot of structure in your world, that's for sure. You talk about your individual goals this year for you. It's obviously to improve upon your finish, not only at districts to get some records there, but at states as well. And I'm sure you're trying to shoot for the top.
Correct. I'm trying as hard as I can. You know what Muhammad Ali always used to said, in order to be the greatest that ever lived, you have to beat everybody that's living. So that's a very good motto that I live by, and hopefully I could do that and achieve that at districts and states.
Well, look forward to seeing you swim this year and seeing the records fall as you keep working hard with your teammates there at Wyoming Valley West for the Spartans. Eddie, thanks for taking some time out in your busy schedule to join us here on the John Mendola Show.
Oh, thank you, John. I'm telling you, this is a great opportunity for me. You know, I love talking, you know that, but thank you.
All right, you got it. That's Eddy Zawatski, an energized junior for Wyoming Valley West here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.